Hello, everybody. Actually, hello, Shane, Shoebox Legends. Congratulations on 500 subs. I remember very clearly when your channel started because it was recommended to me by those back pages. And he said a friend of mine has started a channel. He wrote a blog for years and years. Well, I have to check it out. If he knows those back pages, he must be okay. And I was immediately really impressed with your knowledge and your collection. And then I became impressed with the volume of uploads. I fell behind immediately and never got caught up. I think you started your channel 2 years after mine. And I remember you passed my video count after like 6 months. And I only get to watch probably about every fourth video, because there's just so much content in the community right now, which is great. But everything I watch of yours, I appreciate your knowledge, your passion, and just your ability to convey, to get your knowledge from you to us. So thank you. You asked for a dead set or product we'd like to see return. How we have changed as collectors since we started our YouTube channel. I started my YouTube channel almost 4 years ago next month. And originally I found YouTube because I wanted to connect with other TTMers or see what people were getting back. And I remember one of the very first channels I found was Mike O. As a matter of fact, it was the only TTM channel I found originally. And every once in a while, I would just plug Mike O into YouTube every 4 months or so, watch a couple videos. Then I started seeing videos from Caleb's Cards and More, Caleb's Cards, TTMs and More. He's changed his name a couple times. And I was exclusively a TTM collector when I started my YouTube channel. And the entire point of me starting my channel was to share my returns and to have an exchange with people, a dialogue with people. Because I had a Facebook group and I would post something I would think is a great return, a great success. And you get 3 likes or whatever. In a forum, you just get 5 people saying, congratulations, good job. And you can tell they even just copy and pasted their response from last time. And they go into every thread and hit congratulations. It's just very hollow, and it just wasn't doing it for me. So for the first little while on YouTube, I was pretty much doing TTMs. And I started seeing other videos, started learning about other cards. And my collection, my non-signed collection, was a shell of what it used to be. That's a whole nother story. I don't have time to go into it here. But decided to start building back player collecting and sets and just everything. And that's sort of what I do now, is a little bit of everything. Mostly baseball, a little bit of hockey. I don't really mess with the other sports, mostly because it's a rabbit hole I don't want to go down, or because my region doesn't really have a professional team for that sport. So now here I am, the last probably year and a half, I've really focused more on vintage. And I continue to change as a collector. I never know what tomorrow is going to bring. And I've just learned to embrace that. That's the chaos in Eddy's Cardboard Chaos. So what set or product would I like to bring back? Great question. I love this question. I've seen so many interesting responses, things I'd even forgotten about. And my thing is really more of a technology that we're not seeing anymore, but I am going to be able to roll that into a set or a product line. So what I would love to see more of, or again, is holograms. We don't see holograms anymore. I think mostly when refractors came along, it sort of killed holograms. If video killed the radio star, refractors killed the hologram czar. Hey, that kind of works. So I have dusted off some cards from an old hologram set, and I've even narrowed it down to 1 year, one product that's my favorite of all of them. So let's go check it out. The way I had this plotted out, I think was going to be much more effective than the reality because of my lighting, but I will do my best. So when I think of holograms, I think of Denny's Grand Slam holograms. So I have a little run here. I think I have at least one copy of each year it was released. I might have a gap here, I'm not sure, but I'll show you. And I was really hoping we would get some good hologram action. But first year was 1991. This was the design. 26 cards, one per team. And of course I have the Alvin Davis. And on the back, it talked about the career Grand Slams. And for the first year, I really like this one. It's got like part of the stadium and then some fireworks. And there's roughly, they estimated 2 million of each one printed in 91. And again, I apologize about the light. I can't do that all day. But when you bought a Grand Slam meal, you had an opportunity to buy a pack. The pack was not see-through. You didn't know which player you were going to get. Hopefully you got somebody from your team. In 1992, there were 26 cards. Again, one for each team. Here's the Joe Carter. I like 92 because it's got part of the cityscape in the background. If I can get this to work. And there you see the CN Tower. And they did a great job with that one. And when you can get a hologram working good for you in the right light, they're really awesome. When they're not working for you, not so much. And 93, by the way, these are produced by Upper Deck, so they contracted Upper Deck to do the work. I really like 93 because they've got a partial border and an action shot in a hologram and an action shot non-hologram. And I think, oh, there we go. I got that one working for me. I think they did a great job with that. That's 93, 91, 92, 93. 94, they went in 94 with an entire hologram cardigan. Not cardigan, but card again. Here we have Tony, Mr. Padre. There's some hologram action. We haven't got to my favorite one yet. I've been mentioning 91, 92, 93, 94. Upper Deck. 95 is probably my least favorite because they went with the hologram portion is the portrait part and the non-hologram portion is the action shot. I want my hologram to show some action. Also, I feel like this is sort of wasted here. There's not much going on there. 95. Okay, in 96. Now, maybe Denny's didn't like that either, and so they fired Upper Deck. Actually, I do not know how they lost the contract. But in 96, they went with Pinnacle. Now, instead of Denny's Grand Slam set, it was just called whatever, Denny's baseball cards. Because they wanted to feature pitchers as well. And I have the most of these because this is my favorite one. This is my favorite design, 96. And I have Greg Maddux. I have quite a few of these. By the way, I'm pretty sure that's Carlos Baerga. Looks sort of like him, which means that's the World Series shot. Pretty cool. I'm sure Scott will tell you that was a Baerga double up the middle or something. But since it's against Greg Maddux, that's just not the case. And I think just on this particular year, you can see the holograms just do a little more. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom. 3 more home runs for the Big Hurt. Here we go. Wade Boggs. I don't recognize that uniform. I think he only played for Boston and Tampa Bay, so I don't know what that is. Some kind of misprint or something. Here we go, the bone. Boom, boom. So this was the base set 496. And then there was a Grand Slam set, but it was an insert. It was the only year that they had inserts. And they don't look great because you get a color shot of the player, and the hologram is just a team logo. And I don't have a copy here. And then there was also, I believe the Grand Slam cards were paralleled. And they were a pretty tough pull, the parallels, but they're just not worth that much. And who do we have here? My eyes are failing me. Beggs. Look at that. Yeah, this 96, the Pinnacles. And in 97, I believe Pinnacle did another one. I don't have a copy of it. But this particular design is just my favorite. I like it's sort of industrial and simple at the same time. And it's sort of vintage and modern. It checks a lot of boxes for me for some reason. And with a hologram, you know, I would eat a moons over my hammy to get some more of these. Boom, 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 boom. Cranking them. Shane, thanks for giving an opportunity to do this VR. This was a lot of fun. I did actually try to get a couple more cards in to like finish the run or whatever, but they just would not come. 2.5 weeks. They're somewhere. So I hope you like this. I believe I've seen holograms on your channel. I know you like shiny stuff and refractory stuff. And again, one thing that I like about you is we have a lot of similar tastes, even if your collection dwarfs mine. Absolutely. Yeah. Anyway, thanks again. 500. I know you got 500 more in you at least in the next couple of years. Keep making a video a day. I'll see what I can watch. Until next time, remember, we don't count subscribers, we count friends.